Have you ever wondered how a single moment of pride can change everything? How one decision made in jealousy can lead to an eternal consequence? This is not just an ancient tale, it's a story about choices, about envy, and about a war that began before humanity even took its first breath. What you're about to discover will reveal why we face temptation every single day, and it all started with a being who once stood among angels. Long ago, before humans walked the earth, the world was inhabited by jinn creatures created from fire. But these jinn became corrupt, spreading chaos and violence across the land. In response, divine messengers were sent to guide them, but many were killed. The corruption grew so severe that intervention became necessary. Among these jinn was one remarkable being named Iblis. Unlike his kin, Iblis was exceptionally devoted, worshipping with such intensity that he traveled to every corner of the heavens in prayer. His dedication was so profound that he was granted the honor of dwelling among the angels themselves. When the time came to restore order on earth, angels were sent to remove the corrupt jinn, and Iblis eagerly volunteered to join them. Together they cleansed the earth, leaving only a small remnant. Victorious, Iblis returned to the heavens, believing his righteousness had earned him a special place in creation. But then came an announcement that would shatter his world. The divine declared to the angels a momentous decision. A new creation would be established on earth, a Khalifa, a steward, to govern and reign. Iblis's heart leapt with hope, assuming this honor would fall to the jinn, perhaps even to himself. But the decision was entirely different. This Khalifa would be from an entirely new species, created from something Iblis considered beneath him, dirt and clay. The angels themselves questioned this choice, asking why such beings were necessary when they already glorified and praised without cease. The response was simple yet profound: I know what you do not know. And so the creation began. From earth and clay, the form of Adam was shaped and left to dry. Before life was breathed into this hollow figure, Iblis approached it with curiosity that quickly turned dark. He examined the lifeless form, striking it and hearing it echo hollowly. Being made of fire, ethereal and energetic, Iblis discovered he could pass through this dense earthly form. As he circled Adam's body, inspecting every detail, something toxic began growing in his heart: jealousy. Day by day, as Adam's form hardened and took its final shape, the jealousy in Iblis's heart intensified. Instead of fighting this poisonous emotion, he fed it, allowing it to burn hotter until it consumed him entirely. He convinced himself that he deserved the honor more, that his origin from fire made him superior to this creature of mud. When the soul was finally breathed into Adam and he came alive, the command came to all the angels: bow down to Adam. Every single angel obeyed instantly, recognizing the wisdom in the command. But Iblis refused. When questioned about his defiance, Iblis spoke with pure arrogance: I am better than him. You created me from fire and him from clay. This single moment of pride sealed his fate. He was cast out, cursed until the end of time. Yet even in his downfall, Iblis was granted a request. He asked for respite until the day of judgment and for power to test humanity. His wish was granted. With this power, Iblis made a chilling declaration. He would dedicate his entire existence to leading humans astray, to proving they were unworthy of the honor they'd been given. Only the truly sincere servants would escape his influence. And with that, an eternal war began. Meanwhile, Adam was given a beautiful home, paradise itself, where he could enjoy everything his heart desired. But in his solitude, he felt incomplete. From his very being, a companion was created, Hawa, Eve, formed to bring him peace and partnership. Together, they were given one simple instruction: enjoy paradise freely, but avoid one specific tree. Everything else was theirs, but this single boundary was sacred. Iblis, now known as Shaytan, had been expelled from paradise, but he was permitted to carry out his challenge. He harbored such hatred for Adam, such burning resentment, that he would do anything to prove humanity's unworthiness. Shaitan approached Adam repeatedly, tempting him to eat from the forbidden tree, but Adam remained steadfast, remembering the clear command he'd been given. Realizing that Adam's resolve was too strong to break directly, Shaytan changed tactics. He turned his attention to Hawa, whispering to her with calculated patience. Once, twice, 3 times, he suggested that perhaps the restriction wasn't as serious as they thought. He painted a seductive picture. The only reason you're forbidden from this tree is because if you eat from it, you'll become like angels. You'll live in paradise forever, elevated to a higher rank. He disguised himself as a sincere advisor, someone who only wanted the best for them. Gradually, Hawa began to waver under the persistent suggestions. She started to share these thoughts with Adam, encouraging him to reconsider. The pressure mounted. What if Shaytan was right? What if this was actually a path to something greater? The whispers continued, the doubts grew, and eventually, after sustained persuasion from both Shaytan and Hawa, Adam made his choice. They both ate from the tree. In that instant, everything changed. The test had been failed, not through force, but through deception, persistence, and the subtle erosion of boundaries. This moment marked the beginning of humanity's journey, a journey of choices, consequences, and the constant battle between guidance and deception that continues in every human heart to this day.